A glowing ball appears during a thunderstorm, moves through the air, and suddenly disappears. What is it? Today, we're launching a scientific investigation into one of nature's most elusive, captivating, and frankly misunderstood phenomena. We're going to look right past the myths and dig straight into the documented science of an anomaly that has absolutely baffled the greatest minds for centuries.
It sounds like pure science fiction, doesn't it? But this is the exact physical phenomenon that thousands of eyewitnesses have reported encountering. So, what is actually happening in our atmosphere to create this?
Section 1. The glowing apparition. What scientists have observed. While it might be easy to just write off fireball sightings as tall tales, the scientific community recognizes ball lightning as a documented physical event. It's almost always reported right in the immediate vicinity of normal, jagged lightning strokes during severe thunderstorms.
But what are we really dealing with here? What do we actually see? I want you to imagine looking out your window during a torrential downpour. A standard lightning bolt strikes the earth, but instead of the light vanishing instantly, a distinct, glowing sphere just materializes out of thin air.
The sheer strangeness of these observed traits, which were compiled by researchers Donoso, Truba, and Hranyeta, is just mind-boggling. First, think about its lifespan. Normal lightning is over in a fraction of a millisecond. But ball lightning possesses this eerie stability, lasting up to 10 seconds, and in extremely rare cases even minutes. Second, despite being born from a violent thunderstorm, its brilliance is surprisingly mild. It's often compared to the glow of a standard light bulb you'd have in your living room. Third, its motion is totally unpredictable. It might glide smoothly and horizontally over the ground, or dart around in a chaotic frenzy. But here's the real kicker. These glowing apparitions have been reliably documented, passing straight through solid window panes indoors without breaking the glass. How wild is that?
Section 2. A scientific challenge. The struggle to study and reproduce.
If we have all these documented traits, why haven't we completely figured this out by now? Well, it's a source of intense scientific frustration. To truly understand a phenomenon, scientists need to study or recreate it in controlled lab conditions. And with ball lightning, that's proven incredibly difficult. As highlighted by the research of DJ Turner, to keep a plasma ball stable in a lab, scientists have to balance a crazy array of competing forces. They have to balance electric fields against electromagnetic fields. They must account for gravitational fields battling extreme temperature changes and pressure fighting against complex compositional gradients. The reason we fail to contain plasmas electrochemically for more than just a few seconds is because we simply cannot balance, or in some cases, even accurately measure these massive conflicting forces.
Section 3. Leading scientific hypotheses. Interrogating the suspects.
In desperate attempts to crack the code of these fireballs, scientists have proposed several primary theoretical frameworks. The scientific community is heavily divided into two main camps right now. Chemical models suggest that the ball's impressive stability is sustained largely by its chemical makeup, maybe vaporized materials from a lightning strike reacting in the air. Physical models, on the flip side, argue that ball lightning is a purely physical manifestation, completely reliant on the complex behavior of atmospheric plasmas and electromagnetic fields. Let's look closer at a major physical model championed by researcher DJ Turner, wet air plasma. Turner suggests that these visual anomalies aren't magic, they're the result of highly specific electrochemical processes. But here's the key takeaway. These processes are happening right at the surface, or the skin, of a localized, wet atmospheric plasma. It's this active reacting surface layer that acts as a container, maintaining the structure and that eerie stability of the lightning ball we observed earlier.
This builds directly into Turner's next core concept, the thermochemical heat pump. If this wet air plasma ball actually exists, how does it stay lit? Turner's theory posits that a system operating within the lightning ball literally pumps heat, keeping itself alive. And its power source? It's actively feeding off the massive ambient electric field generated by the surrounding thunderstorm. It is, in a way, a glowing parasite, sustained entirely by the electrical tension in the storm clouds around it.
Section 4. An enduring riddle. The open verdict. We've investigated the bizarre traits, the impossible forces, and the leading chemical and physical theories. So after all this research, where do we stand today? Here is the ultimate scientific truth. Despite decades of rigorous review, despite brilliant theoretical models proposing everything from oxidizing metal nanospheres to wet air plasmas, and despite exhaustive experimental efforts in labs all over the world, there is not yet an accepted explanation. No single model has been scientifically confirmed to universally account for all the amazing contradictory properties of ball lightning.
It is a humbling reality, isn't it? We can split the atom and send rovers to Mars, yet our own atmosphere continues to host a localized glowing anomaly that utterly defies our attempts to tame it. The investigation absolutely continues, and the sky is still hiding its cards. Ball lightning may be real, but its full scientific secret remains unsolved.